Standard 11th Business Mathematics Exercise 3.1. First question, find the locus of a point which is equidistant from 1, 3 and x-axis. So your locus, I have just given the definition here. The path traced by a moving point under some specified condition. So just one example. A point which moves in a same otherwise constant ratio, so that is called as a locus. Okay, so if you take for example circle, means wherever if you take the radius will be 3 centimeter, means it will be 3 only, otherwise the radius will be counted r only wherever you take, so it will be r only. So this path is called as a locus. Okay, so the point in the path, this is called as a locus. Okay, so your condition is given, find the locus of a point which is equidistant from 1, 3 and x-axis. So we'll just draw a diagram here, otherwise a graph. So from 1, 3 it is given. So in x-axis 1 and in your y-axis 3. So somewhere here you will have 1, 3 and it is, and x-axis it is given. So on your axis you should have one point over there, and for this 2 points you should have a common point that is equidistant. So equidistance is like this, you can mark it. So I'll just mark that point as P. This point is called as a locus. We'll just mark it as x1, y1. So now the height will be y1 because y1 is here. So it is in the height is your y-axis. Okay, the straight to this you can have it. So y1 you can mark as your height. Okay, so I'll just mark this as A and this is B. So now going to your condition, first we'll just declare that here P of x1, y1 is there. So let P of x1, y1 be any point on the locus. So distance between P of x1, y1 and to your x-axis here. Okay, so distance between this and this will be y1. So P of x1, y1 to your x-axis is this y1. Okay, so you can declare it as y1. So given your condition is that is equidistance, that is PA is equal to PB, you can write, because both the distances it is given equal. Okay, so we can write it as PA is equal to PB. So we'll just square it, so we'll get it as PA square is equal to PB square. So we know your distance formula, your distance D is equal to, so because AP means we'll have to find the distance between A and P, and here PB means you'll have to find the distance between P and B. Okay, so your distance formula is this, you would have studied in your 9th standard, both in 10th also. Okay, so x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, that is within the root. You will get your formula for D. Okay, so this formula we can use it. So to remove your root only, we are just squaring it here. Okay, so if you square it, this root will go, so only this part will be there for your distance. Okay, now x2 minus x1 the whole square. So first for PA we'll have to find it. Substituting in this formula, that is we'll find PA first. Okay, so x1 minus 1 the whole square plus this plus, next is y1 minus 3 the whole square. So y1 minus 3 the whole square, which is equal to PB square. Okay, but we have got the distance between PB as y1, so you can write it as y1 square. Now expanding this A minus B the whole square formula, so you'll get A square minus 2AB plus B square. Okay, so if you want you can write it here, A minus B the whole square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. And here this is again the same formula. Okay, you can use the same formula here also because minus is there. x1 the whole square minus 2 into 1 into x1. So 2x1 plus 1 square will get 1. Plus here it is y1 the whole square minus 2 into 3 will get 6. So 6y1 plus 3 square will get 9, which is equal to this y1 square. Next step of solving is x1 square minus 2x1 plus this y1 square minus 6y1 plus 1 plus 9, you'll get 10, and I'll just bring this y1 square towards this side, so it will become minus y1 square, which is equal to 0. Now you can cancel this y1 square, and here plus y1 square is there, so you can cancel it. So the left out part will be x1 square minus 2x1 minus 6y1 plus this 10, which is equal to 0. Therefore the locus, if you want to write your locus, convert your x1 y1 to xy itself. Okay. So therefore the locus of P of x1 comma y1 is, so here x1 square means you can write it as x square minus 2x1 means 2x, minus 6y1 is there, so you can write it as minus 6y plus the 10 as it is, which is equal to 0. So this is the answer for your first question. Second question, a point moves so that it is always at a distance of 4 units from the point 3 comma minus 2. So we just plotted in a graph. 3 comma minus 2 is given. So 3 will be in x-axis and minus 2 in y-axis. So somewhere here you will have your 3 comma minus 2. And it is given a point move so that it is always at a distance of 4 units. Okay. So to a point and to this point, I just mark this as A. So the distance between these 2 points is, they have given you 4 units. So we'll just mark this as P. So your point P is there, A is there. So distance between that is 4 units it is given. Okay. So we'll just proceed. Let P of x1 comma y1. So you can mark this as x1 comma y1. So P of x1 comma y1 be any point on the locus. And let A, it is, we have just taken A as 3 comma minus 2. So let A be the point 3 comma minus 2. And it is given that your distance is 4 units. Okay, so given PA is equal to 4 units. So the distance between P and A, you have to find it. So distance formula D is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So this formula you would have studied in your 9th or 10th standard. So that formula you will have to use it. Okay. So to remove your root, we'll just write this, square this. So we'll get it as PA square is equal to 4 square. So 4 square will get 16. Now PA square you'll have to find it. So your P is x1 comma y1 and your A is 3 comma minus 2. So substitute in this formula. So you'll get it as x1 minus 3 the whole square plus, from your formula here this plus, again y2 minus y1. Okay. So you'll get it as y1 minus of minus. So you'll get y1 minus of minus will become plus 2 is there. So plus 2 the whole square, which is equal to this 16. Now expanding A minus B the whole square, and here it is A plus B the whole square. So your expansion is A minus B the whole square will be A square minus 2AB plus B square. You can use this formula, and for your A plus B the whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. So these two formulas you can use it. Okay. So expanding here x1 the whole square, since minus is there, so give minus 2ab. Okay, so 2 into 3 will become 6. So 6x1 plus b square is 3 square will get 9 plus this part y1 the whole square will become y1 square, plus is there, so put plus 2ab. Okay, so 2 into 2 will become 4, so 4y1 plus 2 square will become 4. which is equal to this 16. So that implies x1 square minus 6x1 plus y1 square plus 4y1. 9 plus 4 is there, so we can add it and write 13. Now bring this 16, it will come towards your left hand side as minus 16, that is equal to 0, which implies x1 square plus this y1 square minus 6x1 plus 4y1, everything as it is. And here minus 16 plus 13 is there, subtracting you will get minus 3, which is equal to 0. Now you will have to write your locus. Therefore the locus of P of x1 comma y1 is, remove all this x1 y1 and write it as x and y. Okay, so I'll get it as x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the answer for your second question. Third question, if the distance of a point from the point 2, 1 and 1, 2 are in the ratio 2:1, then find the locus of the point. So they have given you distance of a point. Just plot it in a graph. First point is 2, 1. Okay, so in your x-axis 2 and in your y-axis you will have 1. So somewhere here you will have 2, 1. And your second point is 1, 2. So from here 1 and in your y-axis you will have 2. So it is 1, 2. And you will have to find a point now, that is your locus of a point, you will have to find it. That should be equidistant from the points, these 2 points. Okay, so I'll just mark this as A and this as B. We'll find a point here somewhere that should be equidistant to A and B. So both will be in the same distance. Okay, so we'll just mark this as P of x1 comma y1. So this is your locus of your point. Okay, so now we'll just go to the sum. Let P of x1 comma y1 be any point on the locus. So for that only we have just taken a point P of x1 comma y1. Okay, now let the points, the 2 points are given 2, 1 and 1, 2. So let 2, 1 and 1, 2 be the given 2 points. And now your given condition is, that is the distance between PA and PB. They have given in the ratio, that is 2:1. Okay, so we can write it as PA is to PB, which is equal to 2:1. This you can write it as PA divided by PB is equal to 2/1. Now cross multiplying, so you'll get it as PA into 1 you'll get. Okay, so I'll just write it as PA is equal to 2 into PB. So now we'll have to find your PA and PB, that is the distance between PA and PB, you'll have to find it. The distance formula is equal to root of D is equal to root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now you'll have to substitute both the values in your formula. Okay, so here to remove the square root, what I'm going to do is I'll just square both the sides. Okay, so we'll get it as PA square is equal to 2 square will become 4 into PB square. Now putting all these values in the formula, you'll get it as PA square. So first P and A, we'll just use it and substitute in this formula. Okay, so you'll get x1 minus 2 the whole square plus, from the formula this plus, again y2 minus y1. So you'll have it as y1 minus 1 the whole square, which is equal to 4 into, now you'll have to use this value and this value, that is x1 minus 1 the whole square you'll get, again y1 minus 2 the whole square. So substituting, you'll get it as x1 minus 1 the whole square plus y1 minus 2 the whole square This 4 is common out. So you can use your formula, that is a minus b the whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here it is x1 square minus 2ab, okay, so 2 into 2 will become 4, so 4x1 plus 2 square will get it as 4. Then plus here it is y1 square minus again 2ab, 2 ones are 2, so 2y1 plus b square is 1 square will get 1, which is equal to 4 into again the same formula. So we'll get x1 square minus 2ab, 2 into 1 is 2, so 2x1 plus b square, so we'll get 1 square is 1, plus again the same formula y1 square minus 2ab, 2 2s are 4, so 4y1 plus 2 square will get 4. So which is equal to x1 square minus 4x1 plus y1 square minus 2y1, 4 plus 1 you will get 5, which is equal to 4 into x1 square minus 2x1 plus this y1 square minus this 4y1, 1 plus 4 you will get 5. So the next step of solving is x1 square plus, I'll just bring this y1 square before, then minus 4x1 minus 2y1 plus this 5 as it is, into multiply this 4 inside for each term, okay, so you'll get it as 4x1 square minus 4 2s are 8x1 plus 4 into 1 is 4y1 square minus 4 4s are 16y1 plus 4 5s are 20. Now take all these terms towards your left hand side. So I have just written the last line here. So the solving will be x1 square plus y1 square minus 4x1 minus 2y1 plus 5, your left hand side as it is. Now bring this all the terms towards your left hand side. So 4x1 square will become minus 4x1 square, minus 8x1 will become plus 8x1, plus 4y1 square will become minus 4y1 square, minus 16y1 will become plus 16y1, plus 20 will become minus 20, so which is equal to 0, because you have taken all the terms towards your left hand side, so towards your right hand side, so it will become 0, okay. So that implies here x1 square is there, here minus 4x1 square, so subtracting you will get minus 3x1 square. Now search for your y1 square, so your 1y1 square is there, here minus 4y1 square is there, so again subtracting you will get minus 3y1 square. Now searching for your 4x1, that is your x1 terms, so here 4x1 with minus is there, here plus 8x1 is there, so subtracting you will get plus 4x1. Now for your y1 terms, so minus 2y1 is here, and here it is 16y1 with plus is there, so subtracting you will get it as plus 14y1. Now going to your constant, here plus 5 is there, so minus 20, subtracting you will get minus 15, which is equal to 0. So your last step, since we have got minus in the first term, so we'll just change the symbol for every term. So we'll have 3x1 square, so this will become plus 3y1 square, this will become minus 4x1, this is minus 14y1 plus 15, which is equal to 0. Therefore the locus of a point is P of x1 comma y1 is, remove this x1 y1 from here and write it as x and y, okay, so you'll get it as 3x square plus 3y square minus 4x minus 14y plus 15, which is equal to 0. So this is the answer for your third question. Fourth question, find a point on x-axis which is equidistant from the points 7, minus 6 and 3, 4. So we'll just plot it in the graph. 7, minus 6. Okay, so 7 will be here somewhere and minus 6 here. So 7, minus 6. And your next point is 3, 4. So 3 will be here somewhere and 4 here. So 3, 4. Find a point on x-axis which is equidistant. So we'll have to find a point on x-axis. So I'll just keep a point here on x-axis. So your value will be x1, 0 because on the x-axis, y-axis will be 0. Okay, so x1, 0. Now join this point and this point. So we'll just mark this as A and this point as B and your equidistant point as P. Okay, so let P of x1, 0 be a point on the, so we have taken it on x-axis, so on the x-axis. So let your 2 points, this is A of 7, minus 6 and B of 3, 4 be the given points. So given which is equidistant. Okay, so PB and PA will be equidistant. So we can write it as PA is equal to PB. Now PA square is equal to PB square. Now substituting in your formula, that is in your distance formula. So you'll have to find your distance for AP and BP. Okay, so your distance formula is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So in this formula we'll have to substitute it for PA separately and PB separately. So first we'll just go for PA square. So P and A is here. So x1 minus 7 the whole square. x1 minus 7 the whole square plus this plus, okay, y2 minus y1. So here 0 minus of minus will become plus. So 0 plus 6 the whole square, which is equal to, now PB square we'll have to find it. For P and B we'll have to find again the distance. Okay, so now x1 minus 3 the whole square plus from the formula 0 minus 4 the whole square. So expanding, this is A minus B the whole square. So I'll just write the formula here. So A minus B the whole square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. So you can use this formula and expand this. So I'll get it as x1 square minus 2 into 7 is 14. So 14x1 plus 7 square you will get 49. And plus this is 0 plus 6 will become 6. So 6 square will become 36, which is equal to, again here A minus B the whole square formula. Okay, so I'll get it as x1 square minus 2 3s are 6. So 6x1 plus 3 square will become 9 plus here minus 4 the whole square. 0 minus 4 it will become minus 4. So minus 4 the whole square it will become 16. So x1 square minus 14x1 plus 49 plus 36 you will get 85, which is equal to x1 square minus 6x1 plus 9 plus 16 you will get 25. Now take all these terms towards your left hand side. So you will get it as x1 square minus 14x1 plus 85 this plus x1 square will become minus x1 square, minus 6x1 will become plus 6x1, plus 25 will become minus 25, which is equal to 0. Now when you are solving x1 square and x1 square, minus is there and plus is there, so you can cancel. Minus 14x1 and plus 6x1, you will get it as minus 8x1 and plus, because bigger number is plus, so 85 minus 25, you will get it as 60, which is equal to 0. So minus 8x1 is equal to, take this plus 60 towards that side, so it will become minus 60. That implies x1 is equal to minus 60 divided by this minus 8. So minus and minus you can cancel. 60 and 8, it will go 15 times, and here it is 2 times in your 4 tables. Okay, so your answer is x1 is equal to 15 divided by 2. They've asked you to find a point of, therefore the required point is 15 by 2 comma 0. So this is the answer for your 4th question. 5th question, if a of minus 1 comma 1 and b of 2 comma 3 are two fixed points, then find the locus of a point P so that the area of triangle APB is equal to 8 square units. They have given you your points A of minus 1 comma 1 and B of 2 comma 3. 2 points are given. So I will just mark it as A of minus 1 comma 1, and here this is B of 2 comma 3, and your fixed point is P, and it is given the area APB is equal to 8 square units. So we'll just mark this as a triangle, and the area is 8 square units. So we'll have to find the point P, so I'll just give that as x1 comma y1. So this point we'll mark it as x2 comma y2, and your B point as x3 comma y3. So let the point be P of x1 comma y1. So the given 2 points are, let A of minus 1 comma 1 and B of 2 comma 3 be the two fixed points. So it is given fixed points. So we'll just declare as fixed points. Okay. Given area of a triangle APB is equal to 8 square units. Okay, so area of a triangle APB is equal to 8 square units. So area of the triangle formula is 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2, which is equal to, they have given 8. Okay, so this formula we would have studied in your area of a triangle even in 9th standard and 10th standard. Okay, so now substituting 1 by 2 into x1 as it is. Okay, so keep your x1 as it is. y2 minus y3. So y2 is 1, y3 is 3. So 1 minus 3 plus x2. So x2 is here minus 1 again into y3 minus y1. So y3 is 3 minus, keep your y1 as it is, plus x3. So x3 is here 2 into y1 minus y2 is here 1. So which is equal to again 8. So that implies 1 by 2 into, solve this, okay, 1 minus 3 will get minus 2. So minus 2 into x1 it will become minus 2x1. Minus 1 into 3 it will become minus 3. So plus into minus again minus 3. And minus 1 into y minus y1. Okay, so minus into minus will become plus. So I will get plus y1. Again plus, multiply this 2 into y1 you will get 2y1. Again 2 into minus 1 you will get minus 2, which is equal to 8. That implies 1 by 2 into minus 2x1 as it is. Here plus y1 plus 2y1. So plus 3y1 minus 3 minus 2 will become minus 5, which is equal to 8. That implies, take this 2 that side. So minus 2x1 plus 3y1 minus 5, that is equal to 8. Here it is in denominator. So if you take it towards your right hand side, it will come to the numerator. So 8 2s are, which is equal to 16 you will get. Which implies, just take the 16 towards this side. Okay, so you will get it as minus 2x1 plus 3y1 minus 5 minus 16 is equal to 0. That implies minus 2x1 plus 3y1 minus 5 and minus 16 will become minus 21, which is equal to 0. Since first number cannot be negative, just remove your symbol. That is, just change your symbol. Okay, so it is plus, minus will become plus 2x1. Plus 3y1 is there, so it will become minus 3y1. Minus 21 will become plus 21, which is equal to 0. Therefore, the locus of a point P of x1 comma y1 is, wherever x1 y1 is there, just write it as x and y. That will be the locus. Okay, so your answer is 2x minus 3y plus 21 is equal to 0. So this is the answer for your fifth question.